So how do we take input from the user? The first, in Python, we just write input and we write the question we want to have like answered. Let's say enter choice. And now we get prompt here to enter something. Let's enter my name or something. And now as we can see that the program has taken my input and then displayed it for me at this point. And so to save the input in your program, you can declare a variable called, let's say, choice, then equals the input. Now if we write a program in a normal Python file, we can run it and see for ourselves what's gonna be the output. And now we get a prompt. Now we get a prompt to enter a choice. So if I enter my name, and you can see you chose Ata. If we have many choices and we enter like the first one is, let's say, log in. The first choice is log in. The second one is sign up. And the third one is exit. And now we can write a for loop to display the menu. For we're gonna have an index and the choices. So I and menu choice just without an S inside the menu. First we have to open enumerate and then menu choices. And then we print here the menu number and the menu choice without an S. And here you can write user choice equals input and then choose or enter the number of the menu choice. And you can start from 1 to, depending on how, let's say we added more items. So inside the menu array, if we add more items or more strings inside this array, we don't have to update it at each time we change anything inside it. So we just write here the length of it, the length of menu choices. And we write here what the user has chosen, just to print, nothing important really. And now we should get something interesting. I forgot here the colon and we forgot to add a separator here. And now if we check the output, let's add separator like this, just so it looks pretty. And here you can see the menu items. I will shrink myself so you can see the output. And now you can see that we have login for 0, sign up, exit to whatever. But since if the user entered 3, it will handle it as exactly 3 and it will handle it as not a number but a string. So we have to cast it into an integer. We have to cast the output, the input to an integer. And let's make it like this. Just looks a little bit better. Just makes it a little bit more readable. But yeah, now we have it as an integer and then we have to subtract 1 from it. And then we write you chose menu choices and then we open the index to access the list and we enter user choice right here inside. And now when we run the random program again, we can see if I chose like 1, it will say you chose login, but it's 0 right here, which we just need to add 1 to each index just so it looks exactly like the user expects. You shouldn't see 0 at the first option, you should see 1. And basically this is like a trick you can do and it does the same thing basically. And yeah, if we run the program again, we can choose another choice. We can choose like the number 3 is exit. And this is a little bit how we write menus and stuff. And now to handle a certain input, let's say if the user entered something, we should redirect them somewhere. So if the user choice is equals 0, and then if that's the case, we should start a while loop. Let's say it's while true, and then we will print something new. Maybe we have another menu option. And let's just say that since he chose like number 1, 0, which means 1, the first option, he should enter his credentials. Let's enter the details and then like this. And then we enter and we write here. I think it's enough to just write it this way and then we write an input. Let's say username equals input username, and here we copy it and paste it and now we change it to password, and here we can write out username password. Let's wrap them in a tuple and the print will look a little bit better, I guess. And now let's run the program and see what happens. And now I wrote my username, which is my name, and then the password, and now we can see that we have entered them, and now the loop will loop again through it because we didn't exit it. And then we have a check here to exit the loop and check for the credentials. If username equals, let's say, Ate, and password equals 123, we just break and we print logged in successfully. And we don't forget to cast it into a number integer so we can actually compare it correctly. So if it was string, it would not work. Let's run the program again and see. Ate 123. As you can see here, logged in successfully, and yeah, we printed this one, it's not necessary. And this is just a small example of how we do it in the console, how we do we check for info and log in, and similar stuff we can do in the input in the terminal. If you like this video, you can leave a like and comment what next should I do. What do you want to really learn in Python? Do you want to see a whole program where we write to the database how we actually use a database to log in and we can hash the password, or do you want to see less of those stuff and do you want to see like more visually interesting stuff like how we print some shapes and whatever? Or maybe you want to see a whole program similar to those programs you can install in Kali Linux, or you can see a whole menu with so many shapes and like stuff you can see. And yeah, this was it. I hope you guys liked it, and leave a comment with what you want to be down below, and I will see you in the next video.